Hi everyone, hope you all are good. We are here for grade 6 math. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as there. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 6 math and then click on view all lessons. There you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter number 3 and the lessons we're going to cover today are greatest common factor, least common multiple, GCF and LCM word problems, and lowest common multiple LCM. Please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions. Here I am on grade 6 math. The chapter we are on right now is number theory. Let's just start with the lesson that is greatest common factor. What is the greatest common factor of 18 and 12? So the first thing is you need to make the list of the factors for each number. Then you have to find the largest number that appears in the list. So let's just make the list of the factors for 18, right? So the factors are the numbers that when multiplied makes 18. Like 18 times 1 is 18, 9 times 2 is 18, and 6 times 3 is 18. So they all are the factors of 18. 18, 9, 6, 3, 2, and 1. They are the factors of 18 because when they are multiplied, they makes 18, right? Or they can evenly divide 18, right? So then you have to make the factors of 12. So they are 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. So that means the greatest common factor, the greatest number that is common is 6, right? Let's just start with the test questions. What is the greatest common factor of 19 and 5? So just look at the 19. 19 is the prime number. 19 has only two factors, right? That is 1 and 19. 5 is also a prime number. If one of the number is prime and if one of the number is prime or both the number is prime, they have the greatest common factor is 1. The correct option is 1. Option number 1 is the correct option. That is option number 1. What is the greatest common factor of 3 and 9? Let's just make the factors of 3 and 9. So the factors of 3 are 1 times 3, like 1 and 3, right? And the factors of 9 are 1, 3, and 9. So which is the greatest factor? The greatest number is 3, right? So that means the greatest common factor of 3 and 9 is 3. So the correct option is 3. Greatest common factor is then 3. Option number 3 is the correct option. Got it? What is the greatest common factor of 18 and 14? So let's just write down factors of 18 and 14. So let's just make a list of the factors of 18 first. So factors of 18 are the numbers that can evenly divide 18, right? So they are 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, and 18. Then the factors of 14 are 1, 2, 7, and 14. So which is the greatest common factor? So the greatest common factor is 2. Option number 2 is the correct option. That is 2. What is the greatest common factor of 18 and 9? Which is the correct option? The greatest common factor is 9. 9 is the correct option. What is the greatest common factor of 12 and 14? Which is the correct option? That is 2, right? 2 is the number that can evenly divide 12 and 14, right? So the correct option is 2. What is the greatest common factor of 8 and 16? Which is the correct option? 'Which is the correct option? 8, 9, and 10. Which number evenly divide 8 and 16? 8 it is. 8 is the number that can evenly divide 8 and 16. Got it? So the correct option is 8. What is the greatest common factor of 15 and 4? Which is the correct option? The correct option is 1, right? They only have one common factor, that is 1. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let's just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is least common multiple or LCM. What is the least common multiple of 2 and 9? Now you have to write down the multiples, right? So list the multiples of each number, then find the smallest number that appears in both lists. So the multiples of 2 are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, and 18. Then you need to write down the multiples of 9. They are 9, 18, 27, 36, and 45, right? So the smallest multiple or the least common multiple is 18. So the LCM of 2 and 9 is 18. The correct option is 18. Let's just start with the test questions. What is the least common multiple of 4 and 2? Let's just write down the multiples of 2 and 4. Multiples of 2. They are 2, 4, 6, and 8. Then the multiples of 4 are that they are actually the like the tables you keep multiplying 4 with the numbers 4 to 8, 12, 16. So you can see the smallest common multiple in both numbers is 4. So the least common multiple of 2 and 4 is 4, not 2, 4. 4 times 1 is 4. You don't have 2 in the table of 4. So the correct option is 4. What is the least common multiple of 4 and 12? So which is the correct option? So let's just write down the multiples of 4 and 12. Multiples of 4 are 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. And the multiples of 12 are 12 times 1, 12 times 2 is 24, 12 times 3 is 36. So the smallest number, very good, that is 12. So the multiple is least common multiple is 12. Option number 1 is the correct option. What is the least common multiple of 10 and 12, which is the correct option? The correct option is 60. It is option number 3 is the correct option. If you write the multiples for both the numbers, the only common multiple here is 60. 10 times 6 is 60 and 12 times 5 is 60. That is 60. Very good. What is the least common multiple of 9 and 3? The correct option is very good. That is option number one. 9 is the least common multiple of 9 and 3. What is the least common multiple of 10 and 8? Which is the correct option? The correct option is 40. Option number 2 is the correct option. 8 times 5 is 40 and 10 times 4 is 40. Very good. What is the least common multiple of option number 2 is the correct option. 20 it is. Mm-hmm. Option number 1 is the correct option. Least common multiple is 10. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. And the next lesson is GCF and LCM word problems. Let's just start with the test questions. You can have a look on the tutorial by yourself later today. They are already solved. Jackson is buying pens and pencils from the store. Pens come in packages of 8, but pencils are sold in packages of 12. If Jackson wishes to purchase the same number of pen and pencils, what is the smallest number of pens that he can buy? Whenever you need to see the smallest number, right? That means you need to find the least common multiple, right? So you write down the multiples of 8 and 12. multiples of 8 and 12. So the multiples of 8 are 8, 16, 24, 32. And write down the multiples of 12. They are 12, 24, 36. So the least common multiple is 24. So that means the least common multiple is 24. So that means the smallest number of pens and pencils he can buy is 24. Over the next 2 days, Boone Employment Agency is interviewing clients who wish to find jobs. On the first day, the agency plans to interview clients in groups of 12. On the second day, the agency will interview clients in groups of 8. If the employment agency will interview the same number of clients on each day, what is the smallest? So, again, you have to find the smallest number, right? So, we just did the multiples of 8 and 12. So, the common multiple is 24. Option number 3 is the correct option. Janelle is creating snack bowl out of walnuts and cashews. She has 10 walnuts and 20 cashews, and she wants each bowl to have an identical number of walnuts and cashews with no nuts left over. What is the greatest number of bowls Janelle can create? So let's just start. You have to find the greatest common multiple GCF, right? So let's just write down the factors of 10 and 20. So the factors of 10 and 20, right? So the factors of 10 and 1, 2, 5 and 10, and the factors of 20 are 1, 2, 4, 5 and 20. So the greatest common factor is you have 10 here also. 10, the correct option is 10. Option number 1 is the correct option. At a school event, the adults are seated in groups of exactly 19 and the children are seated in a group of exactly 13. If there are the same number of adults as children, what is the minimum number of adult attending? So which is the correct option? The correct option is because both the numbers are, that is 247, because both the numbers are prime numbers 13 and 19, right? So when you have to find their least common multiple, you have to multiply them. 13 times 19 is 247. The correct option is option number 2, that is 247. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is least common multiples LCM in steps. So let's just start with the lesson. What is the LCM of 5 and 10? Let's just start with the test questions. You can have a look on the tutorial by yourself later today. What is the LCM of 2 and 4, the least common multiple of 2 and 4? So, which is the correct option? The correct option is 2. You need to write down the multiples of 2 and 4, right? So, let's just write down the multiples of 2 first. Multiples of 2. They are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And then write down the multiples of 4. They are 4, 8, 12, 16. So the smallest common number they have, the multiple they have is 4. So the correct option is 4. The least common multiple of 2 and 4 is 4. What is the LCM of 5 and 10? Let's just write down the multiples of the numbers. So the multiples of 5 and 10. The multiples of 5 are 5, 10, 15, 20. The multiples of 10 are 10, 20, 30, 40, and so on. So the least common multiple is, the correct option is 10. Option number 2 is the Correct option. Option 2 is the correct option. It would be 10. What is the LCM of 2 and 3, which is the correct option? The correct option is 6. Option number 2 is the correct option. Very good. What is the LCM of 3 and 5, which is the correct option? The correct option is 15. Option number 3 is the correct option. Very good. What is the LCM of 3 and 4, which is the correct option? The correct option is option number 2 is the correct option. 12 it is. What is the LCM of 10 and 20, which is the correct option? The correct option is option number 2 is the correct option. What is the LCM of 3 and 6, which is the correct option? The correct option is next option number two is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So we were working on grade 6 math. The chapter we were working on is number 3. The lessons we have covered today are greatest common factor, least common multiple, GCF and LCM word problems, and then least common multiple. So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we just did. That is your homework until next session. So if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can simply click on the live chat button. Tutors are available there to help you. Or either you can write down the question in the chat box. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. So if you have any question, please write down the question in the chat box. Any questions? No questions? Okay, then that's all for today.